Oh boy. Alright. This is it. We are moving away from the last Far Cry DLC to the last DLC for this game. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Rayman in the Phantom Show. It's been a long time coming. I can't really check, how long this entire series has been going for. I think we're about to match Kingdom Battle, weirdly enough, because I managed to get through... I managed to get through the main game in like 3 months. I think both the DLC, both Tower of Doom and the last Spark Hunter took me about a month. I'm also want to take a second here to apologize for the very hectic upload schedule. I've been having a lot of internet issues, so I can't always edit and upload. Normally I try to upload every other day, close towards nighttime. But things have been pretty rocky. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for me to move on to the last DLC, and hopefully things go well enough. Let's just dive in. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Rayman. We get the Rayman punch, press A to punch things, including breakable object, hold A to charge your punch to reach even further. Punching can be used to grab objects, also used at the start of battle by hitting enemies. I would have waited before you showed me that, because I just wanted to get a good look at this guy. Yep. From the title, as you can tell, we're playing as Rayman. Now, I want to say this right now. I don't have that big of an attachment to Rayman, I'll admit. I've been more a fan of the Rabbids, and yes, I'm fully aware that, the Rabbids were Rabbids originated from Rayman, and essentially stole his popularity if you ask certain people. I know the huge, heated debate around that and stuff. And normally I would, probably poke fun at something like that, but right now I think I can actually, be at least decently respectful for the guy. So, we are starting off in what I can only describe as just a backroom warehouse. And here we have just a ton of references to the first game, and just a bunch of stuff there is a lot of things here that, not only is it, references to the first game, I'm also pretty sure there's a ton of references to Rayman. Like I said, we can punch. You can see here we got, this, we got, these little boxes with, a little symbol on it. Kind of nuts how I have more active abilities. And by that, really just being one. Hold it down for more range. Got the little balls from the Sherbet Desert. Got the little flower guy, or at least a model of him. I won't be able to recognize everything, I'll admit. But I'll try my best to point out whatever I can. Another one of the balls. I think that was also from the Sherbet Desert. Yeah, the desert part. Valkyrie armor. Some banners from the Phantom stage. I don't know what this rocket's a reference to. I haven't really played any Rayman games. This was honestly my first ever experience with the guy. More boxes we gotta punch. Sarcophagus, also from the Sherbet Desert. Some vines for spooky trails. That is the bobblehead from the Donkey Kong DLC. Also from the first game. I'm just trying my best to keep up with everything I see. This is Barbara's helmet and hair, and her axe right there. That's a Buckler's blast shield from, Lava Pit. Again, I'm just pointing out everything I can. A skeleton, also, that was a fossil from... Go down. Fossil from the Sherbet Desert. I'm pretty sure these big boxes need, a charge-up punch. Oh, no, they don't. So, yeah, Rayman, I'm fully aware he has been out of the spotlight for a good long while. I think those are also from the Sherbet Desert. And this was kind of a big thing. I know a lot more people would have preferred a Rayman game. I'm pretty sure he hasn't gotten a new game since... What was it, Rayman Legends? I think that's a Glowbox silhouette. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a reference to a specific game. I imagine it's probably a situation where they've hidden a guitar case. That's one of the fruit. I know that's from Rayman. This is a clock tower. I assume another model for the clock tower from Spooky Trails or Vines. That's a model of Side-Eye's Sanctuary.
Aha! Rabbids!
I knew that invitation was fishy, and somehow a rabbit was behind it. Oh well, back to the fray. After I get in the right headspace, that is. Let's see, should I brace myself for relaxed, average, or demanding adventure? Demanding! Good enough for now, I can always change my mind later. Let's charge him a punch, and I know you can punch them. I kind of messed up there, I got too close. Old acquaintances. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure rabbits haven't actually appeared in a Rayman game in a while. Defeat all. Alright. We don't actually have Texas. We don't have access to Tacticam or anything else, so we're diving in. I'm gonna have to wait till I actually explain Rayman a little bit more. Daphne's doing this. Rayman can grab onto hooks in order to start a sort of a mini glide. He has a basic shot blaster. Again, I'll go more in depth with this stuff later. I'm just gonna pass turn. Again, just try to keep the basics going. He can chain with these things, by the way. We miss. Guess I have to fast forward because I don't feel like waiting. And fire.
Sorry.
Learning to glide. I already learned how. Defeat all. Kind of weird they decided to have a gliding tutorial after they just give you the rings in the first place. You can now equip the Vortex costume. Preview the weapon and power techniques by pressing L. I'm gonna wait before I do that because I want to hold off. Again, I just want to like take a second to actually like get to the place where I can actually like talk about that stuff first.
Hey, cool it. Got it back. All right.
I'm gonna get hit twice here, but that's fine. Or hit once.
Oh, come on.
Don't know what the heck was up that stooge, but sure.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go over here. Tag it. Get a crit, and we finish him. I saw there's another tutorial. Rocket Man. Reach the area. Right. Once again, I'm not actually going to show off what they have here, the rocket costume. Sadly, like I said, I'm not going to show this off because... I guess I gotta show off this ability. Plunger Guard. Summons 2 guards, which fire 2 projectiles at any moving target within range. 5 guards can be active at the same time. Older guards will be destroyed when new guards are summoned, or if they run out of charges. Why does Bowser not have this? There's a little animation. We can even pick these up to... I don't want to throw it off, but I want to move it.
All right.
So he should move. That's him gone. Last turn. Get a little closer. We're just trying to reach the area. Again, I'm supposed to be using the rocket costume. I'm trying to hold off here. We get a crit, that's good. We may win this next turn. Alright. That one friend request has been pinging this entire month. Battle cleared! Alright, golden ticket to fame, we're back at it. I don't really know what that is. I imagine it's probably something from like one of the Rayman games or one of the old shorts. That's a helmet from the Spooky Hopper. I'm surprised how many of these I know off the top of my head. Yeah, you can also punch certain buttons. I believe that is Rayman's home in one of the games. I'm not too sure which one. We got the exit. Anything else that I'm probably missing? There's probably like a ton of other stuff that like I just haven't seen yet, but we can move forward.
Four rabbits?
Beepo, did you talk to the Space Opera Network about security? I specifically said no meet and greets. You talk?
If I may, while I understand your reaction, rest assured, these are not run-of-the-mill Rabbids. These are heroes.
Yeah, Rayman, them talking's kind of a weird thing to get used to.
Rabbid heroes?
Well, what are you doing here? Exclusive invitation. I think this is the VIP area. You might want to vamoose before you get in trouble.
Huh? You too?
I was also invited. My name's...
Oh? Egat!
Egat.
Mr. Egads, what is that? Short for eggplant? Well, Mr. Eggplant, I suggest we get acquainted later.
Doesn't an EGAT already exist in this universe?
It's a me!
Unlikely team up. Defeat all. There is going to be so much I have to talk about now.
It's time to team up. Mr. Eggplant, you'll be coordinating efforts with Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Mario. Either of them will tell you my Tacticam is invaluable, providing keen insight as to the battlefield and our foes.
Once again, why do they keep bringing this crap up? It's technically worse. I've talked about this.
Box, why not see what our two most recent additions can do? Selfie, Cryoquake, strap on your skates.
I'll talk about them in a second. Now we can finally manage our team. So yeah, we have a fixed team this time around. We have Rayman, Rabbid Peach, and Rabbid Mario. Rabbid Peach because I assume she's technically the mascot for these games, and Rabbid Mario because everybody loved him. Let's be real here. We can actually go check our hero info. Rayman, superstar. Thanks to his agility, mobility, and ability to change costume, Rayman has an array of options with which to position himself around the battlefield and unleash robust attacks. Let's go check his info. We have Rayman's hoodie, which is his base outfit. Even with just a run-of-the-mill hoodie, Rayman's a formidable jack of all trades who is highly mobile on the battlefield. Now, Rayman doesn't actually get to use sparks. Instead, he has two costumes that he can switch to. Rayman can switch to his Vortex costume, which I think is also from one of his games. I think both these are from one of his games. Again, I haven't played any Rayman games. I haven't looked into the character that much. I'm sorry. Let's check out the Vortex costume. This is what it looks like, and it's honestly freaking hilarious. Actually, we should probably wait till we're done here. He has the blaster, which shoots a single projectile at a single target. When the target hits his attack, there's a chance of stealing coins from them. Kind of a weird buff to give him, but, you know, it's something. 20% chance to crit. Plunger Guard, I already talked about this, spawns 2 Plunger Guards, but the things that makes him special is that his costume changes what he does. He has the Vortex Blaster, which does about half as much damage, same amount of chance to crit. However, when this thing shoots somebody, they'll bounce away 1 to 3 times closer to the target the more bounces it inflicts. It's kind of strange, weirdly enough, because it's a guaranteed bounce, except I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually have, like, the, it's like Rabbit Kong's bounce, where it's not based on a super effect, it's just a bounce. The Vortex Guard, it's the same thing, does less damage, but will, bounce enemies away. You get to have, like I said, there's 5 of these things you can have out at a time, so you can have basic guards and some Vortex Guards out. The ability to switch to the rocket costume is replaced with the Vortex Pull. Causes damage upon impact while lifting up all targets within range and pulling them towards the hero. Enemies that collide will cover a wall and also deal extra damage. It's kind of like Magnet Groove, or I guess technically more like Magnet Dance. If it wasn't obvious that Rayman's kind of the Donkey Kong of this game, you know, like how the Donkey Kong DLC, you had Donkey Kong who was really good with movement, but also had a lot of abilities. Rayman is that, but in this game. So yeah, it's effectively a Magnet Dance. If it also wasn't clear here, you take 30% less damage while you're in this costume, so it also has some level of buffs. Moving on to the Rocket costume, probably my favorite of the two. Rayman's Rocket costume unleashes high-power explosive attacks using his Rocket Blaster, Rocket Guards, and causing mayhem on the battlefield with Rocket Ride. He has immunity. He's immune to all super effects with this on, so that's something to keep in mind. The Rocket Blaster, it does more damage than the base, Vortex Blaster, but they're both still weaker than the base Blaster, which is a nice way to balance it. Still 20% chance to crit. It's basically a rocket launcher. You know how these things work. Moving on, we have the not the Vortex Guards, the Rocket Guards. Fires 1 explosive projectile at any moving targets. 5 guards can be summoned. It's the same thing, except, you know, big boom. But the big thing about this thing is the Rocket Ride, which will summon a remote control rocket that strikes at opponents. This thing is amazing to use, and it's nuts. It will self-destruct after you use it at a bit of time, but still, it's just nuts how it works. Skill trees have been condensed, weirdly enough. As you can see here, we have extra health and Sponge Plus. Everything here will cost just about 1. I think a couple of them cost 2, but everything's been condensed. Movement, speed, glide, we all know, dash damage increase. Plunger Guard, extra shoots. Plunger Guard, range cooldown. It's nuts to go over all this stuff. Random Thief, a 30% chance to steal. Vortex has an extra bounces. Vortex Guards will bounce enemy towards each other. Vortex Pull will inflict a splash effect on any enemies caused by it. Meaning that I'm pretty sure when they hit the ground, they'll start bouncing around again. I don't know, I guess you can hit them again. Rocket Blaster increased with each enemy inside, the damage is increased. Rocket Guard number, you can spawn 3 of them instead. And you get to apply the burn status effect after you use it. Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Mario are basically the exact same. It's just, like I said, all their skill trees have been condensed. We get to move on to the new Sparks. So you have access to all the Sparks you had previously. Or at least in the main game. The DLC... no, you do have the ones from the DLC, my bad. The 2 new ones we have is Selfie. It has the ability Self-Service. Spawns a controllable copy of the hero with 15% of their HP and 70% of the hero's damage. Sparks and item skills bonuses are unavailable. This thing is nuts because it lets you spawn a copy of whoever you want. It's fully controllable too. Yeah, I got that. It was just fully controllable. It's amazing depending on who you give it to. After that we have Cryo Quake, which is another Quake Spark. You all know how this works. I've been yapping for like way too long, so give it a second to actually catch up for some reason. Why do I have to swap off? Also gotta fix that, gotta give Rabbid Mario a main spark. Then let's actually do the fight.
Let's go.
Still got it.
So let's swap to the So we have the Vortex costume selected, but after that we then need to... I want to pull that... I don't think I want to pull him now, weirdly enough. Let's see what Rabbid Mario and the guy can do. Problem being is that all our dances and stuff are on level 1. Yeah, no, it's not worth it. Pull everybody in. It's gonna be so weird using level 1 Rabbid Mario again. It's been so long since I actually used level 1 Rabbid Mario. So we're gonna have Rabbid Peach come over here. We're then going to use Con Cameo, just because. And we get to back up, and we're gonna use self-service. We get a little hologram hero. Once again, these really feel like they were catered towards spawning with the whole blue and hologram aesthetic. Maybe I'm just seeing things where they shouldn't be. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but she has like a warbled voice of Rabbid Peach.
Got you.
Let's try the rocket ride out, because I've been dying to try this thing out. As you can see, we can then knock enemies around with this thing. It doesn't do that much damage right now, but trust me, it gets nuts later. And we can blow it up. A couple of guards. They're just so better than the Rabbid Mecha Koopas. Alright, so we can keep going. Now that's on cooldown, so we can't use it again. And keep in mind, we can also team jump off this thing. It can be like this. It's nuts to me how good that thing is. Again, it's technically weaker. It doesn't have access to the skill tree or anything like that. But utility-wise, that thing is nuts. Easily one of the most broken sparks. Especially if you know how to use it. And if it wasn't obvious, I know how to use it.
Say bye.
Okay, that's that gone. We are then going to have Hello Peach go up. Sure. Splash Head's gonna come up here and bounce us all, but that's fine. Alright. Oh, got one of us. Let's just show off Crowd Quake. Shockwave Freeze, Frostbite. Again, it does what you think it does. All clear.
I feel good.
If I'm correct, the max level is level 10? So yeah, that should probably let you know that this DLC isn't too long. Amazing! Yep, you read that right. Turn limit. There are turn limits in this DLC. They brought them back. And 0 KOs. The ranking system is back. It's nuts to me that they brought this back. I'm now incentivized to do these fights as quick as I can without wasting time. This was like some much added. This I get it. Most of the fights in the main game were like roaming battles, but still, wow, you weren't kidding. You really are heroes.
I'm Rayman.
That's what I was saying. My name's Rayman. Maybe you've heard of me.
Rayman, of course we've heard of you. Rayman, would you excuse us for a moment?
Here it comes.
Huh?
Psst. I have no idea who this Mr. Rayman Eggplant is, but he is a formidable fighter.
This is also another reason I'm not taking any digs at Rayman. He gets a lot of crap. He gets a lot of crap in this DLC.
I say let's allow him to be a hanger-on for now, at least until we find a producer to sort all this out.
Did none of you hear the fact that he said he had a golden ticket? You're pretty good in the scrap yourselves. Who are you?
Look at this.
Rabbid Mario. I'm here to get my own show, hopefully a bodybuilder with a hot air balloon who solves mysteries. Don't freak out, but I'm Rabbid Peach. Probably here to host the galaxy's next greatest diva or something like that.
Beepo, lead hero and chief tactical officer. The Space Opera Network sent us gold tickets for its VIP warp portal.
I got a gold ticket too. At first I was excited, but this place has been nothing but trouble since I got here. And looks like a dump.
Something's off.
There's something off about it. I mean, such a fancy invite for such a dump.
You're new to show business. Behind the camera lies the gritty reality. The glamour of a theater is inversely proportional to the shabbiness of its backstage. It's practically tradition.
You know, if that was true, this is the entrance.
Good morrow.
I don't know if the voice actor was too expensive, but it sucks that one of the most notorious probably well, at least until this game, one of the only rabbits that could talk is not fully voice acted. Welcome, boon companions, to my humble cinema theat.
Phantom! He must have brought us here to get revenge for humiliating him at Spooky Trails!
Why Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Mario then? Like, he had most beef with Mario.
Not at all.
What, is Rabbid Mario the closest thing? Why, my dearest Beepo, mea culpa, I don't know how the heck to say some of these words. I'm a changed phantom for the better. I was in a dark place, then susceptible to the Megabug's influence. You heroes taught me a valuable lesson that day.
On my oath.
I swore to use my talents for good. That's why I'm here, to help these rabbit artists spread joy throughout the galaxy. Mr. Phantom, why do you need us adventurous types for that? I'm no actor. I mean, I do have a certain quality.
Good fortune.
As you may have observed, the vicissitudes of fate have not been kind to the Space Opera Nectar of late.
I'm a visionary.
Be assured, it is not to do with my creative direction, which earns rave reviews from the galaxy's most feared critiques. My coup de grace, my corpse de l'acteur, I cannot pronounce some of these words, I'm so sorry, left to form their own company, leaving me with no stars to cast their warmth upon the masses.
I'm ready.
Say no more, show me the contract, I'll sign it without reading it. I'm in too, just as long as my dressing room is larger than everyone else's, and it's stocked daily with fresh white tulips. That is good indeed, for you bring us fresh hope. Also, our warp portal is now malfunctioning, so I cannot send you home as a present.
Wait, are we really going to trust the Phantom? He did try to destroy us in a really insulting way, too.
Once again, that was Mario.
People,
Should you choose to heed the call of fame and fortune, my understanding will be equaled only by my gratitude.
Creme de la creme.
After all, your razor-sharp intellect and peerless leadership skills are why I chose you in the first place.
You know, I've always said you can't go through life holding grudges.
Rejoice.
It is settled. Now, there are 3 stages needing your gifts. You may choose which to embark upon first.
Ha ha.
Together we shall not only rejuvenate the space opera network, but evaluate to heights previously unimagined. Golden ticket to fame. Main quest complete. This is why I don't speak French. Multiple skill prisms attained. Yeah, we know. We got the Beeple powers back, obviously. And we got 3 sets to choose from. The medieval set, pirate set. Wait for it. And the western set. We'll be handling those. This DLC is pretty short. And Spark Road Trip, that's a memory we got. This DLC is pretty short, all things considered. I don't know how many episodes it's going to take me to tackle this. I assumed 8. And considering I spent most of this episode talking, it's already been going on for about 30 minutes. Yeah, that's just cute. I got no idea. So, heading up toward the main stage, but first I'm getting this coin.